What's going on, Straight Talk About Life listeners? I appreciate you all for joining me on today. If you're listening to me on the Feel the Beat web radio station, thank you so much for getting up so early in the morning to tune in and support me. I really appreciate it. If you're listening to me on the Spotify and Amazon Music, Google, any of the other platforms, thank you for pressing play. Thank you for listening to me on today. My purpose for my podcast is to motivate, uplift, and encourage other people. I do talk about other topics sometimes, but that is my main purpose for wanting to start a podcast. And I know that some of the things that I talk about is not interesting to a lot of people, but it's interesting to me. And I am determined to share my love, my light, my joy, my happiness with other people. I'm determined to just live life to the fullest. I know long after I'm gone and no longer here, my podcast will still live on. So eventually, years down the line, someone can still benefit from my podcast. I am very humble, and I appreciate the opportunity to have this platform and be able to reach as many people as I have so far. Being from a small town where I'm from and growing up in the area I grew up in, I didn't think that I would be doing a podcast at this point in my life, uplifting, motivating, encouraging people. I had other plans, but I've learned along the way, along my journey, I've learned to not be selfish. I've learned to give back with my time, my knowledge, my energy. I've learned to share love. And in doing so, I had to learn to first start loving myself. It's been a long journey. I haven't always been here, but I am so humble and thankful. You know, when I get up in the mornings, I always say thank you. I always say how humble I am for opening my eyes and being able to experience another day. It's so many people that was not afforded that opportunity. And I don't take it for granted. I don't. I believe that we all should enjoy the time we have here. I believe we all should make the most of it and be happy. And if you're not happy, then try to find your purpose and try to find what makes you happy. If that's giving back to your community, if that's spending time with your loved ones, or just spending time with you, getting to know you. Whatever it is that makes you happy, spend majority of your time doing that. And once you master that, the sky is the limit. And I just believe that everyone should be humble. There's so many people that are spoiled and think that for some reason they were owed this opportunity to be here and to experience the things that they're experiencing. That is not true. We all have our own paths, our own journeys in this life. Some people have it harder than others. And some people, it seems like they've never had a hard day in their life. So wherever you fit in that situation, be gracious and love on other people. Love on yourself. And I want to speak on this as well. If for any reason you feel like people are not liking you, loving you, people don't appreciate you, whatever the situation is, stay positive and know that it doesn't matter about other people's opinion. The only opinions that really matter are your opinion about you and the Most High. As long as you have those bases covered, then you're fine. You know, I've found myself being guilty of feeling some type of way when I think people don't like me, or if I feel like people are judging me. But I think at some point in our journey, we have to learn that everyone is entitled to feel how they feel, regardless of what we think. So whether that's good thoughts or bad thoughts, whatever, it doesn't matter. That should not stop your day. That should not stop what you have going on and everything that you work for. That shouldn't stop anything. And especially if you feel like you have people that are against you and gossiping or whatever, that should push you to go even harder with your purpose. That should make you work even harder to continue to make them sweat. It's obvious that there is something that you're doing excuse me, that's making people uncomfortable, making them shaking their boots. And my advice to you is to keep doing it. As long as it's positive and it's not hurting anyone, keep doing it. If you feel like you want to go back to school or you want to start school for the first time, do it. At least try it. You know, I've heard mixed reviews, people saying, college is not for me. I think I'll be wasting my time, wasting money. First of all, I think those are negative thoughts. You shouldn't start out thinking that way. Be positive about it. You know what? College may not be for me, but I'm going to try it anyway, just to see what happens. And I can speak from experience. I didn't think it was for me either. But here I am, working on a master's degree. I never thought in my wildest dreams, never thought that I would be working on a master's degree. But somewhere along my journey, in my path, the Most High and the universe had other plans for me. My life has completely changed from working in customer service, retail, management. My life has changed because if I'm honest, I was actually comfortable. I had gotten comfortable in the roles that I was in. I was comfortable. The money was okay. I loved what I did. I loved my customers. I loved providing for my children. I was comfortable. And sometimes when we get comfortable, things have to happen that kind of shake us up a little bit, especially if we're on the wrong path. Now, you couldn't have told me a few years ago that I was on the wrong path because I thought I had it all figured out. I was planning on, of course, staying in management and moving up in the company. But my life was meant to go in a different direction. I've always said that I wanted to have a career or a job where I can help other people. I've always said that for years. Before I was an adult, I had that mindset that I just want to help other people. So, working in retail and doing the jobs that I did, I considered that helping. Because over the years, I've helped quite a few people. I've not only helped customers, I helped several people become managers. I've trained people. I've put in the work. I've done so many things, and I'm humble and I'm proud. And when I actually look at my resume and think of the things that I did, I'm never the type of person to brag. I don't brag at all. I'm very humble, and I've really put in the work. And it really showed when I had a few of those people that I trained come back and tell me that they appreciate me and I was a good manager to them, and so on and so forth. That's a rewarding feeling when you've done something for someone else, when you've helped them, and then they come back at some point in your life and tell you what you meant to them or tell you thank you. That means so much. And I will forever be grateful to those people that took time out to tell me that. I will always be grateful. And I will take that into my next season, my next career, my next journey, wherever I may end up, whoever I end up working for, or if I work for myself, whatever the plan is, it's going to be great. Someone is going to be happy to have me on their team because I am a team player. I am a good person. I have integrity. I've worked for many years. Since I was 14, I was working. My grandmother raised me. I was doing yard work as a teenager. Every weekend, she had me in the yard. And I'm thankful now because if I don't have anyone to do it, I can do it myself. But at the time, when she had me getting up early in the morning, going out there, cutting the yard, Lord, she had the biggest yard I think I've ever seen, front and back. I had to cut the yard with a walking lawnmower. I had to trim the bushes. I think she had 20 bushes on the side of the house and the front. I had to help her in the garden. I had to do so many things. But I didn't get it then. But I get it now. Everything that she taught me, everything that I thought she was just doing to just have me doing something, I get it now. I've taken some of those same lessons and taught my daughters. All of those fishing trips that we went on. At first, I didn't like fishing. Thought it was just something to do. But as I started becoming a teenager, I started cherishing those moments. I learned so much. I enjoyed being out there with my grandma. I thought it was nasty putting those worms on the hook or the crickets. But hey, as a grown woman, I don't need anybody to put it on the hook for me. I can do it myself. So I just think about those things that I was taught growing up. And I still to this day apply some of those things to my life. I know we may not be happy with what may be going on right now. I know we may not be where we want to be. I know we can't really see the finish line. I know it seems like sometimes we're just doing things just to be doing them. But I promise you, everything is done for a reason and a lesson. Now, what you take from that is on you. What are you learning from the lessons that you're being taught right now? What are you learning? Are you learning anything? Are those lessons going to be applied to your life? Are you going to be able to teach someone else from what you're learning right now? Think about those questions. I believe everything that I went through from a small child to yesterday was for a reason. I believe everything is done for a reason. Everything is a lesson. Are you going to learn your lesson? Or are you going to have to keep bumping your head and doing the same thing over and over? I have done so many things over and over because I did not see the lesson in it. I didn't understand. Now I operate with an open mind. I see things from a different lens. And I know some people may not agree with some of the things that I say here, but hey, this is my truth. And this is how I feel. And I'm just speaking from my point of view, not to push my sources on anyone or my thoughts on anyone. It's never that. But I'm humble and I'm gracious for all the opportunities that I've been afforded, the good and bad. And the bad has been bad. But at some point, I had to learn that there has to be a lesson in this. It has to be. And once you start looking at life like that, then all kind of doors will open up for you. You will realize that you're not just doing this just to be doing it. Just for something to do. No. What are you going to take from what you're being taught? What are you going to take from that? I've taken so much from what I've been taught. And I am applying those lessons to my life. I am reaching back, helping other people. I am on this podcast right now, spreading love and my knowledge, joy, peace. I'm doing that. And I just want everyone to be happy. I know everybody's not going to be happy 24/7. I get it. But for as long as possible, think positive thoughts. Stay in a positive mindset. No matter what's going on around you, all of the noise in the world, you can cancel that out by thinking positive. You could turn negative situations into into positive situations always. You never have to be stuck in negativity. I don't care who's being negative around you. It could be your parents, your kids, whoever. You don't have to stay there. You don't. You don't have to be around negativity or negative people at all. If negative family members are coming to your house or inviting you to events you do not have to attend, you can respectfully decline the invitation and find something else to do. Go out on a date with yourself. Take a hot bubble bath. Read a book. Go for a walk. Work out. Learn a new recipe. Do something. that keeps you in alignment with positivity always. Remember that the universe is listening. So be cautious of what you say. Make sure that you're speaking positive about yourself and about your life. And make sure you're speaking positive about other people as well. If people are around you gossiping, remove yourself from that situation. That is toxic energy. And in this season, we don't have time for toxic energy at all. We should all be striving to be the best person that we could be. Becoming our higher self, walking in love, peace, happiness, joy. If you just wake up in the morning and think positive thoughts and stay in that space, just imagine how that's going to make the remainder of your day go. The remainder of your day will be so much better.